Well, hello and welcome to Qlik Spotlight. My name is John Sands, and today we have the very great pleasure of having Sarah Miller with us. Now, Sarah Miller is in the academic program and is sort of developing that side of things. So, good morning or good afternoon, Sarah.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me.
Okay, explain a little bit about what the academic program is, please.
Sure. So, the academic program was created 5 years ago. It's meant to provide professors and students with free ClickSense desktop and free QCC training and the opportunity to take a qualification exam and a lot of other fantastic free
Hmm.
resources from Qlik. The program is global, and so I work with professors in the Americas, in all of APAC except for India.
Okay, who covers off India then?
My colleague Pankaj Muthe.
Okay, is that a big enough region then on its own for just one
Yeah.
person? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think Pankaj came in 2 or 3 years ago and
Hmm.
has grown India tremendously. So we're really excited, but it's such a vast country and
Yeah.
they're very into the technology. So there's a lot of work to be done still in India
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, I went to an Indian university with Pankaj actually to talk about Qlik, and they are very into that. And as you said, it is such a large country. So how long have you been at Qlik then, Sarah?
So I've been at Click for 7 years.
7 years, really? Oh, it's a long
Yeah.
time.
It is a long time, especially in click years. It feels like
Have
a
you
long
always
time.
been doing this, or have you been doing other things before?
No, so I started in HR and recruiting, and I did that for 2 years, and then I came
Hmm.
over to the academic program.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's nice that you have that. I mean, Qlik does have that flexibility to move around, doesn't it? To be able to get
Exactly.
other opportunities, which is fantastic. But before you came along to Qlik, what did you do before then?
So 7 years ago, before I came to Click, I was living in New Jersey and working in human resources.
Hmm.
I wasn't married at the time. I didn't have any children. And then my husband decided to go to medical school in Philadelphia. So I moved from New Jersey to Philadelphia shortly after we got married. And he
Hmm.
started school, and luckily got a position within the HR and recruiting team at Click. And I've been, at Click ever since.
Hmm.
And
Excellent.
I'm back in New Jersey, so I work remotely, but that's kind of how I got to Click is really through my husband. So I have to thank him for
Yeah, well, that's good, isn't it? So you've moved back to
yeah.
New Jersey now, so you're
I
working from
I'm back
home.
I'm back in New Jersey, but I did work at the Radnor office for several years.
Okay, okay. So what was that like then? I mean, has your husband finished medical school, by the way?
He's finished with school. He's currently in his residency. He's an orthopedic surgeon, and in a year he'll start his fellowship. So it's a very long journey, but
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
exciting for us.
Excellent, excellent. So you're dealing specifically with educational facilities, universities mostly. So what challenges do you face when you're dealing with educational facilities?
Sure. I mean, I would say, especially when I first started, a lot of the challenges are that some of the universities are not up to speed in regards to the technologies that
Hmm.
they're teaching. And I would say a lot of that is because, to change a curriculum and update a curriculum takes a lot of time. And so sometimes it's a struggle, and it
Yeah,
certainly
yeah.
was when I started to get the universities and the professors to open up the curriculum to, new technologies.
So I mean that comes in nicely, doesn't it, to the next question? I mean, we've actually answered the next question about around technology and cloud. I mean, do you see any kind of uptake with the universities you're working with on cloud technology?
Absolutely. I
Mm.
mean, like I said, when I started in the program about 5 years ago, um, the universities really weren't up to date. But I would say in the last year or so, there's been a big push for
Yeah.
innovating curriculums for new technologies for cloud. So a lot of the conversations that I have now with professors are much easier because they're interested themselves, but the
Yeah.
university is also tasked in updating their curriculums and creating new majors. And so the conversation is easier and
Hmm.
has really changed the academic program.
And I suppose with the cloud technology, they don't have to buy in any equipment, so it probably is easier to do it that way, isn't it, than buying lots of PCs and servers and so on to run stuff.
Absolutely. And we
Mm.
have a lot of the professors are teaching online. A lot of the classes are virtual,
Of
so they
course,
really
yes, yes,
appreciate the opportunity for cloud. There's no real installation. It's super easy. The
yeah,
professors and the students get up and running very quickly.
yeah, and that is a real help, and one of the reasons why I think we're going down that road, and we are doing that technology ourselves.
Hmm.
So they're better on that technology side. Now we have just announced at the Data Revolution tour in London about the data literacy program, and I just wondered whether how do you think? I mean, you may not have had a chance to go to them with that messaging now, but being academic, you'd think being literate will be good, especially in data. But how do you think that messaging will be taken in the universities?
I think it's going to be received very well, especially
Mm.
since a lot of the resources that we have for enablement of data literacy are free. So for me, it's going to be really easy to push that message to the
Yeah,
universities. I have to say, I mean, the program's been around for quite some time. I feel like we have sort of been promoting data literacy, although we haven't really called it that. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
maybe Qlik has kind of pioneered that term and it's become really important for Qlik. And I see, other companies start to take on data literacy themselves. So
Mm.
I'm excited that, Qlik is at the forefront of data literacy. And I think for the program, it's only going to help us
Yeah.
become more visible because, data literacy is really popular and it's gained a lot of audience for us at Qlik. And the more we can promote the program through data literacy, the better that the program is going to be.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as I said, literacy is important, especially around data, because if you can't understand the data, you can't answer the question. And these people that are growing up in universities and learning, and for me, the academic program, you have has to be there because what we need to do is to be able to try to get to people within the universities and help do that. So Qlik
Hmm.
is top of mind when they get out into the doing the proper work.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so we're okay on the data literacy. Now let's change tack a little bit and let's find out a little bit about Sarah Miller herself. And and these are the personal ones. We know that you've got a husband that is a orthopedic surgeon, so we got that bit. But when
Yeah.
you work, I mean, you work from home,
Hmm.
which I do as well, and that has its own challenges, doesn't it, as far as the next question is concerned. So when you walk out your door, into the rest of the house of an evening or the weekend, how do you relax? What do you do to chill out a bit?
Sure. Well, I have a toddler, so
Ah, yes,
relaxing is a bit different. But I mean, I would say for me to relax, I try and wake up super early before the family does, and I sit
yeah,
down on the couch when it's quiet and I have some coffee. That gives me a bit of free time to relax. I
mm.
also I enjoy yoga. I just kind of took up yoga this year, and it's been really
Oh, nice.
beneficial for me. Um, I
Okay.
do love gardening and cooking, and I would say one of my favorite things to do is wait for my magazine every month in the mail so that I can curl up on the couch again and read something, hopefully when the family is not at home.
Yeah, yeah, and that with a toddler, I'm with you on that. I've been there a long time ago, but I have been there. Amazing how much energy they can put into a day.
Yeah,
It truly is.
exactly.
Okay, give me a food that you least like and why you don't like it.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
I know. They're so versatile. I should like them
Yes.
on something. It's a texture thing, I think. I think if if the right person made the right dish, I might be willing to try it,
Mm,
but mushrooms just I haven't gotten there yet. I'm pretty open to everything except for mushrooms, but
except for
there's
mushrooms.
time.
Yeah, that's funny. That's the first mushroom we've had. We've had many other. We had someone who didn't like condiments. That was interesting. Any
Oh,
type of condiment, mayonnaise, tomato sauce, just
well,
condiments.
I'm a condiment queen, so that's not going to be me.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we need to get you all together, don't we? All these people. Okay, so I have the ability to give people superpowers. Anything you want, I can give to you. So if you could have a superpower, Sarah, what would that be?
I'm not, I think this is a superpower. I'm not sure. I'd like to travel back in time.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's a common one actually. A lot of people are
okay,
saying that. Where
okay.
would you
Yeah,
want? Where would you? No, no, I'm not saying. Where would you want to go then? What would you want to do with that power? Whereabouts in time?
you know what? I mean, I'd like to go back and see the dinosaurs in a
Yeah,
safe way. I'd like to,
in a tank maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
underneath, I don't know, in a cave somewhere where they don't see me. I'd love to go to Woodstock. Um,
Yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That
yeah,
really
I
would.
mean, I'd love to kind of, even to go back to maybe the times in history that weren't happy and that weren't great.
Mm,
Just to kind of get a sense of, how things were going. Even the bad eras in time have shaped
yeah.
who we
It
are
would be
today.
amazing, wouldn't it?
So,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, I totally
yeah.
agree on that. It would be amazing to be able to do that. So okay, so I've
And
given
I
you that superpower, but only for the
yeah.
week, only for the weekend though. You've only got it for the weekend.
Well, yeah, I'd like to come back to, you know, modern
Hmm.
day with all my amenities.
Go,
And
go back to
also,
life without children, Sarah.
yeah, I do think about that sometimes. My life in Philly, pre-baby, it was pretty fun sometimes.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we say that. Yeah, no, that's good. It's good. So, okay, moving off the superpower then. Are you more of a meat person or a veg person?
uh, Meat. I love my cheeseburgers. I can't not have a cheeseburger. So I'm a big meat person. I would say, my husband's a big meat person, so we pretty much have meat every day. But
Hmm.
I don't mind going a couple days without meat. I do love my veggies, so I'm partial to meat, but I could go a
So,
couple days without
so
it.
70-30 maybe. We'll give you 70-30.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, okay. So part meat, part yeah. I'm the same. I'm the same actually. I love my meat. I couldn't do without it, but I also like the veg as well. So it's yeah. You can be both. You don't have to be either one or the
sure.
other. Okay, so we're nearly to we're in the tail end of 2018. But
Yeah,
what plans do you have, maybe over the next year or so? What milestones do you have, both Qlik and personal?
sure. I mean, I would say professionally
Hmm.
in 2019, I really want to see the program grow externally through marketing and social media. I think that's kind of the next challenge that we need to tackle. And I
Hmm.
think through that support, the program will really be able to grow and gain the notoriety that it should have and that it deserves. Um, I would say personally, I would love to travel and take a fun vacation with my family.
Hmm.
Hopefully, tackle some, DIY home improvements and maybe give my son a brother or a sister so he has someone
Ah,
to
there you
play
go.
with.
Nice, nice. So where
Yeah.
would you go on holiday, Sarah? You mentioned holiday there. Where would you go? Where's your favorite place to go?
I mean, I live in New Jersey, so I'm pretty close to the Jersey Shore.
Hmm.
So we usually go there every year. I mean, I would say with a toddler, I'd like to get out to someplace a little bit more exotic.
Yeah, yeah.
Someplace with a, white sand and a blue beach would be nice. Or even just, Disneyland.
Yeah, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, but somewhere like Bali or the Seychelles, there's your blue ocean and your
Yeah.
white
Well, I
beach
think
there.
if someone can watch my son, I'll definitely go to Bali.
Yeah. Well, that's excellent. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being part of this. And as I've said many times before, the academic program is so important, and for us to be doing what we're doing globally is an amazing thing. So thank you for doing that and for putting the time in. Now I leave people on Click Spotlight with a fact for you to take away and use whenever you want. And
Okay.
this is quite amazing, actually. To fill a 650 gram, which is 1.5 pounds, I think, jar of honey, a single bee would have to fly a distance greater than the equator. And that is 24,902 miles. Or for our European friends, that's 40,075 kilometers for one jar of honey. So think of that when you dip your spoon into your honey, how far that poor bee has had to travel.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I don't think actually in real life one bee does the whole work. I think there are lots of them that do it, so we shouldn't feel too bad.
Exactly. Kind of like the
Yes.
academic program.
Thank you again, Sarah. It's been a
Thanks for
pleasure
having me,
talking to
John.
you. It's been great. So enjoy the
Thank
rest of your
you.
week. Take care. Bye
You
bye.
too. Bye.